It's literally leather jacket weather. The vintage pieces are always so much smaller than what they are now. Do you know why that's there? It's there so that they are so hard to get hold of, and I think that's part of like the love and the game. I absolutely love wearing it like that. I would say pre-2010, the quality is amazing, and it was £285. They're really good investments, I'm telling you. And now I'm telling you about these amazing buttons. The most inexpensive Chanel bag on the market. I should never have told you that, I just can't stop thinking about it. And it is this bag. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, it's a very long awaited, my favourite vintage Chanel pieces. So what's going on here? I've been wanting to do this video for so long. This is obviously not my whole vintage Chanel collection. I've literally picked out the very favourites, and I even pulled some away because I was like, no, it's meant to be favourites, not everything. So do you know what I should start this video with? And I know that a very few amount know this, but it's just something that I always get. My real name is Claire Chanel. The amount of times, even people that really know me for years in the industry, I can't, like, even friends, do you know how many people are like, oh, I thought you just said that because you like Chanel. My mum actually wanted to call me Chanel or Paris or Chanel Paris. And my dad was like, no, you said if we hadn't had another girl, I could call her the name. And my mum was convinced I was a boy. So she was like, yeah. And so my dad won and called me Claire. My mum had to put her favourite name to my middle name, Chanel. And then she was not allowed Paris, so how funny, and then I ended up with a Paris. So that is the backstory. I do feel like I honestly wouldn't call my name Claire Chanel because I like Chanel. I just want to put that out there, and this is the perfect video. My name is literally Claire Chanel, and I honestly think my love for Chanel started because it was my name and I was just really intrigued. So let's get into this video. Not only am I going to be showing you the pieces that I love, I always find it that it's completely helpless for me to be like, look what I've got, I love this. It's not very helpful to you, and I've always tried to make my videos helpful. So I'm going to be teaching you what to look out for when you're shopping for vintage Chanel, how you can avoid buying fakes, because I even bought a fake last year, like online. It came, I knew instantly, but we'll talk about that. I really want you to avoid this. We're going to talk about where to buy them and what to look out for so that it holds its investment and you're getting a good deal. And I'm going to teach you like some of the knowledge I've learned over the year. I've been collecting vintage Chanel for around 10, 11 years, like solidly. So my collection's pretty big for that reason. Now, my favourite thing with vintage Chanel, if I could only pick one type of thing, would probably be the jackets. Because I'm a jackets person. I just love the fact that you can wear white. I love the plain tee and jeans look, joggers look, and you just, for me, the jacket makes it. I know so many people that think the opposite because they feel like it can hide a beautiful outfit, but I'm a jacket girl all the way. Now this is my pride and joy. It's probably my favourite jacket I own. If I could only have one designer blazer, one jacket, it would be this. I love leather pieces anyway. This took so long to find, and I actually ended up getting this from Luxury Promise. And then I knew it was going to be popular, and we ended up sourcing a few more. We had a tweed one, which my friend, All Things Victoria's got. I'll try and find a picture of her, it's amazing. And we've got one in stock. I helped source that. So we've got one in stock, that's it on Victoria, and I'll link it below. You can use my code LP, Claire LP30, which gets you £30 off, and basically it's free shipping. So they come in that, the leather jacket, and I think that's it. And they all, every time Luxury Promise gets one, they sell out instantly. They've only ever had one more of these. Well, don't sell it instantly, it's literally been one. But if you would like to put your name down on the list, you can, but I'm just telling you where I got mine from. This is, it's just the most sensational jacket. You can get it without the suede here, and you can just get it in the plain leather. And the buttons are slightly bigger, but there's less CC buttons. So there's the buttons on the back, the buttons on here. It's the most sensational piece. I'm just totally in love with it. I'm so happy that I found it. I love it so much. Do you know what? I need to wear it more. But this is why half of the reason why I love autumn, because it's jacket weather. It's literally leather jacket weather. You don't have to think about your outfit. I wear all of my beautiful blazers and jackets that I have. So that's my favourite piece. I've spoken far too long about that. Leather Chanel pieces are exceptional and also exceptionally priced. They are, just be prepared that the price is going to be high. I mean, they're leather, they're really rare. Next one is this. My iconic, wear it every Christmas, and I really hope that that's going to be something that my son Honore loves, that he remembers his mum always wearing this jacket. You know, when I die, hopefully he won't give it away and it'll be like, that's what mum used to wear every Christmas. I wear it every Christmas. I'll try and find a picture. This is another one that took me ages to find. Like, look, it's the Claudia Schiffer jacket. For vintage, just a little tip, I always go up a size in vintage with the jackets. I even try to source 2 sizes up, because the vintage pieces, they are so much, why does the camera keep dropping? It's got a big lens on, sorry. The vintage pieces are always so much smaller than what they are now, like a size 38. Like this top is a size 38. It's a vintage Chanel one. I would say this fits like a generous 8. It's not like a size 10, I don't think. It's even really short in the body and it's not meant to be cropped. So top tip for vintage, always size up a size, unless you like things snug and fitted, and just be aware of that. So this is like a felt wool. They're so hot to wear, especially the vintage Chanel jackets. This is, I got 1 size up. This is a size 12. Just stunning, absolutely stunning. So my top tip, apart from the sizing, is when you are looking for vintage Chanel pieces, my rule of thumb is just make sure it has a CC button or a Chanel button. Sometimes I would make an exception if I like really loved the cut, the fit, the colour. I would certainly make an exception. And then, sorry, I had to readjust the camera. Sorry if I was a bit droopy. There are some amazing CC jackets with CC on here or Chanel crest here. You do, when it comes to investment with your money with Chanel pieces and Chanel ready to wear, you do have to have the pieces that have Chanel written on it. It's just very basic advice, but that's how it holds its value and it will be a really great investment. But I like to always just say, go by the buttons. The buttons are kind of like an iconic thing that buyers will look out for, vintage dealers. So not only does this have the beautiful CC buttons, does it have any in there? No. This one has the Chanel on the back and on the cuffs here. This was one of the hardest pieces to get hold of, but I just feel like anything vintage or antique doesn't have to be Chanel. The really good pieces, they are so hard to get hold of, and I think that's part of like the love and the game, that people that collect anything vintage or antiques, and it's definitely part of the fun for me. I hate it during the moment, but then you get that complete high and buzz when you find it, and you know, it wouldn't be such a good investment if it was so easy to find. So it all goes hand in hand. I actually need to repair this. Can you see the chain is coming out? It's actually coming out in 2 places. So just in case you didn't know, the chain at the bottom of all the Chanel jackets, do you know why that's there? It's there so that it sits properly, and it does make perfect sense. It gives that weight to the bottom of the blazer. It makes it drape on the body and sit on the body really well. And it's something I wish all blazer brands did, because it is actually an amazing feature that's just like become this iconic Chanel feature. But that's why that's there. And you'll find with some of the vintage ones, they do hang out. So they're my top 3 vintage blazers. And my advice would always be anything with a CC logo or the buttons. It's really, truly going to hold its value. And it's going to be a really good investment. Like this leather jacket has already gone up a good, I'd not even say 1,000. I'd say this has gone up £2,000 since I got it. So they're amazing pieces. I've also bought a new one recently, and I'm going to show you that at the end of this video. So stay tuned for the end of this video, because I am going to be sharing a bag / something else, a new bag and a new blazer. So stay tuned. We're going to go into accessories, but this is kind of bag and accessory. This is another piece I got from Luxury Promise, and this was a piece I was looking for a long time. You'll often come across them just like this. A lot of dealers will take the belt off, sell the belt separately, and only sell that. I would consider it, because you can look for a Chanel belt, or you can just put this on a normal belt. You can hang them off of a bag. I still think they're worth it, but these have also tremendously gone up in price. I wear them as, like around a blazer. They're so wearable, and I love wearing them on my maxi bag. So the little clip, you can put it there. I absolutely love wearing it like that. So look out for those. They're so hard to come by and they are really expensive, but I just feel like they're really useful. You can literally clip it on anything, bag, a bow. I just think they're really useful. Speaking of bags, now this was really hard to pick because I do love my vintage Chanel bags. My first one that I ever had, which I really regretted selling, I bought it at uni, and then I think when I was moving out, I really needed the money and I sold it, and it's one of my biggest regrets of selling. So it was a classic flap like this with a gold chain, a backpack, and I did sell it to my friend because I'm still best friends with her, because I loved it so much. I literally wanted to keep it like at arm's length so I could still sell it, and maybe she'll sell it back to me one day. But this is probably my ultimate favourite. There are so many vintage Chanel bags I love, but I do love the classic flap. It will never get old for me. The quality of the vintage bags, I would say pre-2010, the quality is amazing. The 90s ones, the quality is amazing. Made in France, that 24 karat gold, that massive CC. Look how immaculate this is. You can feel the weight of this one. Like, let me show you my new one. I mean, it's still about like 10 years old, but look at the difference in the gold. And it's very much gold, it's not champagne. Like the difference, like you can even see on the camera, the difference in the chain. These are so much lighter. This, you can see the, let me show you properly. The gold is coming off. So, I mean, it is a real shame. They're so expensive, but we're not here to like talk about how bad the quality is at Chanel. We're here to just talk about the bags that I love. And if you imagine this is from the 90s and it's lambskin, the quality is just there, and I do love that big CC. I just think these are so handy. Like if I'm ever going out for like meetings, I can carry this around me all day. It fits so much stuff, but then it's also the kind of bag that I can wear in the evening to an event, to dinner, and that you can wear it as a clutch. If it really is like an evening-y thing, you can put the handles inside and you can carry it as a clutch. So I do think it's like a really good all-rounder, really holds its value, and the quality is just there, and I just love that classic black and gold, and I love these so much. I have other colours. Luxury Promise. This isn't an advert for Luxury Promise, but you all know I work with Luxury Promise. I buy so much from them. Like what I'm about to show you, I bought full price. It's just that Sabrina is one of the most well-known authenticators, not even in England, not even in Europe. She works globally. So you know that with Luxury Promise, you're going to be getting authentic pieces, and also the contacts that they have, they get all the good stuff first. So this, what I was telling you, I bought this from quite a well-known place, and it came and it was instantly, I saw that it was fake, and I sent it back. I did get my money back because it was clearly obviously fake, but then I saw the seller relisted it. So you have to be so careful, even with the renowned places. So I do advise that Luxury Promise is a great place to shop. I can guarantee you the authenticity. That's why I'm recommending. So I would love this in all the colours. I have white, I have brown, I love them all, and I know that they have this exact one at the moment. If there's a colour that you really want, they also have a brown one actually, but theirs is leather, not suede. But you can just put your name down, and there's also the Mademoiselle that I love. So yes, favourite bag, classic Chanel Maxes. Let's put that down. Now let's talk about the jewellery. Let me move you over here. I actually got this the other day from Luxury Promise. I just showed you it, but it was in the sale. £370. I've done a TikTok, by the way. Check out my TikTok, and it will show, you can see the showroom, how it is as you walk in. Anybody can go, definitely go check that out. And if these videos are too long for you, I do like 2-minute vlog styles. I know, me doing 2 minutes, it's very stressful, but I managed to get there. That's from my advent calendar that I was talking about. Check out my last video if you're looking for the most amazing Christmas advent calendar. I've kind of like looked at them all and chosen my favourite, best value for money. So one of my first ever vintage pieces, and this was one of the first presents that Paris actually got me. This is worth an absolute fortune, in the thousands. I've seen this sell for like 2,000 something on some auctions. I was walking past a vintage shop in Earl's Court like over 10 years ago, and I fell in love with it, and it was £285. And even at the time, it was cheap, because you won't believe this, but back in the day, I'm talking 8 years ago and back, you could get a CC Chanel jacket for £185, and the mega ones, like this red one, would be like 500 to 800 depending where you bought it. It's crazy. That's why I have quite a few from back in the day, and if I knew then what I know now, I would have bought loads. But that just shows you, and I'm telling you, in 10 years, I will say to you that I bought this leather jacket for 2,000 something, and it's going to be like 8k. They're really good investments, I'm telling you. So yes, I remember I told Paris about this, and I couldn't even afford it at the time. I was working at Harrods, and he bought me this, and it was my first present, and I just think I nearly passed out, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Like, I'll just wear an all black outfit and wear this. They're just so statement, and the quality is there. My favourite earrings are these. What are they called again? Sunburst. Luxury Promise always get these in, but I've had these for years and years. They always get these in, but they go out immediately. But you can, I'll leave a couple of email addresses, and you can say hi. Take a screenshot of these and say, hi, can you source me them? And they will. These are another pair of earrings that I like. They are Chanel, but they're vintage, but there's no logo on them at all. This was actually a gift from Sabrina when I launched my brand, Rue Sloan, because she knows how much I love shells. And she was like, I saw these and you had to have them. She transferred them over from the New York office. Aren't they stunning? So they're really sentimental. I love those. Another piece that Luxury Promise sourced for me was this. So I did a shoot with a vintage Chanel brand over 10 years ago, and I remember someone that worked there had this. Oh, it's my picture of Honoré fell out. And I loved it. And the first time Luxury Promise got one of these in, I was so excited. But you know, because I work with them, there are rules. You can't just buy something, you know, it's like standard staff rules. You can't buy things instantly when they come in, like you customers have to get there first. You have to have your chance. So someone got it, and I was so like, oh, could you get me another one? And in the end, she got me another one just to shut me up, and then I got this. So, but I love it. Just with a black tee, grey tee. It's a locket. It's amazing. Hair clips. This is another great example of investments with Chanel. I just saw this once with a dealer that I shop with. That dealer only deals with like big companies. You can't actually buy from them direct. Otherwise, I would recommend. I just saw it and I loved it. £120. I'm not sure how long ago it was, maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Just as the vintage Chanel started, it was nothing like what it is today. Loved it, 120. I put it up on my Instagram, I put up a picture, that was from years ago. And the next day, I thought I'm gonna go back and get the black leather one I saw. The price went up immediately. And I'm not saying that it's just me, but if you think I'm known for vintage Chanel, a lot of vintage Chanel lovers will look, even if it's like 50 to 100 people and they're searching and buying it off of the normal, you know, like resellers that do these kind of thing, they're on it and they'll see that there's an interest in this and they'll double the price. These are now like £900. This exact one is like near £900. So even if you don't even love it as much as me, they are the most amazing investments. Is that all for the jewellery? Again, I could have spoken about it so much, but I really am trying to get my videos down. Now I'm going to show you my new jacket and my 2 new handbags. So the jacket that I found, I did actually buy it in a rush, but this is what happens when you buy things, and I bought this full price from Luxury Promise. When you buy things in a rush at auction or vintage Chanel, like, it doesn't always go to plan. So there's this jacket that I love, and I managed to source it because like sometimes if I see stuff with the dealers, and I'll let Luxury Promise know, and sometimes I'll help out with the sourcing and the buying. And I saw this jacket and I was like, wow, amazing. We'll buy that in at Luxury Promise, and then I'll buy it with like exchange stuff, which I'll talk to you later about. And it came and I thought, oh, it's a 36. I might be able to squeeze into it. It was like a powdery, beautiful pink. I couldn't fit into it. In the throat, actually ended up getting that, and it looks sensational on her. Go check out her feed. But I think this is also called Sunburst as well. So it's these famous buttons, and they go for all the pastels. It does come in black and cream, but they do all the pastels. And I got it so fast. I paid full price for it, all the import duties as well, because This, I didn't buy it from the London office. I just had to have it because it's a size like 44 or something. It does not fit like a 44. It fits like an OK 10, like UK 10. So when it came, I was a bit like, oh, it's like salmon-y, peachy. It's not quite peach and it's not quite salmon, it's in between. And I thought it was like a candy powdery pink. But do you know what? It's fine, it's okay, because I think that this colour might be a little bit more flattering than me than the pink. And I still love it. And it's so rare to find these Chanel buttons. There are some Chanel buttons that are more rare than the others. Screenshot that. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself, because I haven't even found the one I love myself, and now I'm telling you about these amazing buttons to look out for. I should never have told you that, but I just can't stop talking. Yeah, the buttons are super rare and the size is super rare. If you're smaller, it's much easier to find vintage Chanel. So I'm really happy with it. It's not my favourite, because I'm not going to wear this as much as I'm going to wear this. It's not my favourite, but I absolutely love it and I'm happy to have it. Now, the bags. Hear me out with these bags. In my last video, if you've seen my last video on YouTube, I was saying that I was feeling really guilty about the bags that I've bought in Hermes and I needed to sell something. So I took in a beautiful box, which is my favourite Hermes leather, brown, chocolate brown, one of my favourite colours of all time, Hermes Constance, and it was vintage. I absolutely love it. In an ideal world, I would not like to sell it. I think it's such an incredible bag. It's up for sale now. I'll link it below. My discount code also works on Hermes now. But I was just thought, you know, one Hermes in, one Hermes out, and it's vintage. And I also have 1, 2, 3 Hermes Constance. So, and I have 2 brown bags. So I thought, okay, it's fair. I've got to give with something. And I had to pick something expensive to make it worthwhile. So I go in and I'm on my way to the place, and I was randomly, my SA asked me if I wanted something in ready to wear. And I thought, should I text her and just say, blow it, I'm going to come in to get the bag that I've wanted for so long, and I refused to buy it because of the quality and because of the price. But I haven't stopped thinking about it, and it is this bag. It's quite basic. You're probably really shocked after I've shown you all these exquisite things. But I have all my classic flaps in black. I have 2, vintage and new. They're all gold. And I'm more of a palladium person. I love my gold ones for when I wear like my vintage maxi with my gold. Like I love my gold ones. But for my modern looks, I love silver hardware. And I just wanted a crisp lambskin silver hardware classic flap, and I really regret not getting it before, because now the prices, as we all know, they're extortionate. So I go into Luxury Promise, I'm looking at all the bags and I see this there, and I'm like, let me just ask the price. It's even got the seals on. The price, it's brand new, 23, with the seals, immaculate, unused, and it was cheaper than retail. And I just thought, this is meant to be. So I go get a valuation for my Constance, which I'd already got. They'd already done that. I'd already got my email gift card. And I had to pay a little bit more for this one, but not too much more. But yeah, I feel like I got it for free because, well, or like super cheap, because I only had a little bit more to pay. But yeah, I know I should have sold the Constance, but when you exchange at Luxury Promise, they give you more back if you get a voucher or you do an exchange. So yeah, I'm over the moon that I got this. And although I love the vintage ones more, which I really do, you don't get too many palladium in vintage. It's mainly all gold. So I'm so over the moon with it. Although it's quite a classic, like one that you see all the time, it's one that I'm going to use all the time. So I think that's everything. Oh no, I've got one more thing to show you. It's just that I've had this a while. Do you remember I showed you that come shopping with me and I was saying I'm going to swap this for that and blah, blah, blah. I ended up keeping this. So I absolutely love it. That's what colour I thought the jacket was. And I was going to wear them together. But that looks nice together, doesn't it? Imagine with like a pair of grey jeans. I actually think that's really, really nice together. Let me know if you like this colour and if you think I made a right decision going for like the peachy colour. I actually really like it. It's actually quite different. So yes, they've got a red one of these in stock, and you can add a chain onto this, and it just makes the most amazing bag. So many people are wearing these at Fashion Week. You know Elsa, that supermodel, love her. She has 3 of these and she always wears them at Fashion Week. I put up a picture here. She was wearing, what colour, I can't remember, I'll put it up in the picture. She was wearing, I think, a brown one at Fashion Week. She has it in lemon. These are at an okay price at the moment, so don't say I didn't warn you. These are amazing as vanity bags for travelling, on your dressing table. They're so beautiful, but it's the most inexpensive Chanel bag on the market because you totally can wear this as a Chanel bag, like literally Elsa wore it at Fashion Week. So I'm warning you now, these are still very good prices, and Luxury Promise have them in stock. If they're all gone by the time this video goes out, I will leave 2 emails below where you can contact to send screenshots and say, hi, could you source me one of these? You can totally do that. Don't forget that you can go into the shop. It's just 1 minute walk from New Bond Street Station. It's actually 1 minute walk next to John Lewis. You press on the buzzer. You can book an appointment, but you don't even have to have an appointment anymore. As long as it's in the hours that they're open. They're doing late night shopping on a Thursday. And stay tuned because we will be doing an event together. I'm going to invite some of my viewers and followers on Instagram. A few influencers. It's going to be the most amazing night with myself and Luxury Promise and Ruth Sloan, so stay tuned for that. I would love it if you would subscribe and like this video. I will link any bits in this video that I can find. I mean, these are all pretty rare pieces, but I'll link anything that I can find. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out what I got for my birthday and my new Hermes bag, look at the video before, and I'll see you in my next video. I'm just filming my TikTok and I cannot believe I forgot to talk about knitwear and my sweaters. So this is an absolute fave. I've spoken about this so much, but I just love it, love it, love it. Always wish that it was a little bit bigger, but you know, I should actually be grateful that it does fit at all. Also love the one with the Chanel across here. I will link that below because they have it at Luxury Promise. And this one, I totally forgot I had this. So I wore this to a Chanel event. I'll put up a picture. It's so old, it's so beautiful. It literally is 3 in 1. It has the CC, it has the Chanel, and it has the turn lock buttons. And I wore it with black tailored trousers, and it was so Christmassy. So yes, can't believe I forgot knitwear. I've got loads of knitwear, but I took it down to yeah, that's it. Forgot to add these. Goodbye, I'm going.